Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be showing off World of Warcraft Legion beta and kind of going over the Suramar storyline and spoilers as far as I've gotten so far. So yeah, there will be a spoiler tag, but in case people just didn't pay attention, there will be some spoilers in this. So let's get going. Right now we're kind of in the main quest hub area that you will unlock and upgrade throughout your experience in Suramar, Shalaran. Uh, Basically, you'll be kind of upgrading this place, normal quest, but also, as you can see over in this area, there is portals. Now, these portals you unlock by finding them throughout the zone, and then you spend ancient mana, which is a currency that I'll go into later, to unlock portals. Now, these portals will take you to, typical questing hubs for the world quest and whatnot in this area, and also let you travel back here. Now, I'm not sure if they have anything to do with upgrading this right here, which this wasn't here at first, and when we first here it was just a seed. But there's ley lines, and let me kind of go down here and show you this. This is getting brighter and more lit up as I go. Now, ley lines you will find throughout the zone, and I'll take you to show one here in a little while. Basically, they're basically giant versions of this. And you'll click on them, get a quest. Even if you don't have ancient mana on you, I'd go ahead and get it. That way shows up on your map as a marker. But you can spend ancient mana. I believe it's 250. Some have a little extra to it, like go find a dish or do such and such. But you spend it, unlock them, and it does seem to have a change on this place. But it also will buff a ability you can get from, let's see, where is she? Arcanist Valitros? That, I don't know if I have enough on me. Oh, I do. Leyline Mastery. Leyline Mastery, when I'm attacking, people will, in the zone of Suramar, occasionally will drop a little deal on the ground, stand on it, and it generates arcane ancient mana for me, which is right here. Ancient mana is used for many unlocks for this, but occasionally, and it's trouble to get quest from her. Pretty much, she goes through withdrawals, these people, and you need to give them 100 ancient mana. Seems to be about, once you feed them, you have about 2 days before they go into it again. But basically, they're kind of like the Withered from, or turning into the Withered, if you remember the Blood Elf starting zone from being cut off from the Sunwell. Well, these have been cut off from the Nightwell. Inventive, I know. But basically, let me kind of go over here. Oh. There it goes. Seem to be a daily quest here.
Show them there are limits to their.
But now, as you can see, we are in one of the areas. The portal took us to the Moonguard stronghold, and it is under attack and occupation by the Suramar forces from Suramar City. Basically, they're led by a queen, and forgive me for not knowing their name. Let me go there. Grand Magistrix Elisande. Yeah, I'm horrible pronouncing, but you can see it. Basically, she's the ruler of the city and the Nightborn, who are basically Night Elves who got cut off from the rest of the Night Elves when the War of the Ancients ended, and the world was pretty much shattered when the Well of Eternity exploded. Now, from what I've seen, they were rebels against Queen Ashara at the time, and were against the demons. Now, for some reason, they've allied with the demons, and basically we're having the War of the Ancients 2.0 here. Now we're going to go outside a little. This is a little lag there. Basically, this is, before portals and stuff, how you're going to get to and from, flight path. But we're going to go on a little run through here. I really like this zone. It really does have a nice feel to it. Try not to get attacked by everything. Well, I guess we're going to. I really like the feel of the zone. It kind of has... I mean, at times, I want to say, it has an Ashenvale feel to it, but kind of more of an Ashara feel at times. Maybe it's just kind of the grass coloring. I don't know, but it's really different from what you get in the rest of Legion. I mean, and there's like Stormheim feels a lot like we're back in Northrend, and you know, it's unique to me. I mean, look at the city. It's really nice. I like it. Oh, I've used a masquerade, so I'm not getting slaughtered by everything in here. It's an item you'll get through pretty early on in questing in Suramar. Now, as you can see, this isn't just, you know, oh, it's just a city with a few guards. It actually feels like a living, breathing city. A lot like the capital cities. And, I mean, you'll come across people that, you know, are leather workers, or, you know, they'll have, like, leatherworking titles, or tailoring titles, and whatnot. So, it really does feel like a capital city, and that's led some people to think, well, at some point during the questing and course of the expansion, maybe this will become the capital city. I don't think so, because it's just way too big. I mean, if you look on the map, it's a good chunk of the zone. I mean, that's not even counting this area, which I think is part of the Nightwell raid. It just, to me, I think is too big to be a capital city, but I could be wrong. I mean, it's far bigger than Dalaran. I mean, it's bigger than Stormwind, in my opinion. I mean, maybe it just feels that way, but I just don't see it happening. Okay, so let's head to another zone. As you can see, some of these guys can and say they'll do that, and if you get caught in that, and I did, it will knock off your deal, and you can be hostile to everyone. Now this is another area in Suramar. This is the main Legion base, from what I've deduced. Not just in Suramar, but outside.
A false sky, and we emerged to see the real one choked with vermin. Use the cannons in Felsoul Hold and blast those vile fellbats.
And that's another thing I like about this. You kind of get a little more RP, a little more lore and story love whenever you're doing a world quest. It's not just, you know, go do this. You know, it's a nice little touch. But outside of the Tomb of Sargeras, I believe this is the main Legion base on the Broken Isles. I mean, it is large, it is dangerous, and there's a lot of questing to be done in here as well, and let me try to get to a... You know what? No. Hold on, we'll get a little combat in here.
It's too far away.
Little Demon Hunter combat bonus. As you can see, it's a daily quest. It's not, well, it's a world quest. And artifact power, which becomes very important. This is kind of a little taste of the map, as you can see. The world quest, the current emissary stuff that wants you to do, different World Quest. Oh, excuse me. As you can see, there are profession world quests that will pop up. PvP world quest. There you go. But I really like this area too. I mean, yeah, it's your typical Legion, green, fire, blah blah blah. But it does have a nice feel to it, I think. You can really kind of see the Legion preparing for all-out war. We'll try to make our way out of here again. I might not get to all of Suramar in this video. The software I am using does kind of split this up, and I have to edit videos, and like this is kind of a not the best video setup. Kind of a, like I said in the Overwatch video, this is work in progress. This is the buff that can proc that I was telling you about. You basically just stand in it and free currency. It might seem tedious, but early on, at least how it was in the beta, ancient mana was kind of a issue to come by until you started getting some of these buffs and stuff that let you get them faster. Let's try not to... Those guys actually can hurt a decent amount. But back on what I was saying, there is a Vakral, like I said, I am horrible pronouncing stuff, so Blizzard, everyone, please forgive me on that. The Norse people. There's an area of that here. I was doing quests there. Currently, it was bugged on the quest chain. That's over in here. They're under siege by the Naga. You will find that the Naga have a major presence in this expansion. If I had to kind of say, kind of like the Mogu had and the trolls in Mist of Pandaria. So, Blizzard announced recently there will be 3 raid tiers. First tier being Emerald Nightmare and Nighthold. I could see there being a Naga/Old God related raid tier, mid raid tier in this expansion, and it's already been set up. If I could just real quickly, the major Naga presence here. They're all over this zone. Oops, sorry. Emerald Nightmare, we know, Old God related. Xavius is doing bad stuff, and they seem to have some sort of an alliance with the Legion, because in this zone, the Temple of Eluna is under siege by nightmare creatures led by a demon commander. So, you know, there's questions about that. Again, sorry. This whole area, it, of course, is a dungeon. There's a flight path there. I'm not sure, have not discovered why. Naga related. So, and I think there might be some in Stormheim. Yes, in fact, I know there are somewhere here around the coast, Naga. So, I definitely could see that being a possibility. I know there's supposed to be another island here that was shown early on in development that Blizzard has not said they've gotten rid of, just said it wasn't going to be part of release content. It was somewhere in this vicinity. So I really, I would like an Old God/Naga raid. I'm not saying Ashara has to be part of it, and if she is, I sincerely doubt she'll be permanently defeated. But a lot of people have been clamoring for her to be the main baddie in a expansion, but I'm just not sure that that would work. Even if she was part of a major part of her own expansion, I don't think it would really be hers per se. I think it would be more of the old gods. I mean, I think that was part of the problem I had with Cataclysm is, yeah, Deathwing, but, I mean, at the end of the day, he was just a general, if you would, in a old god army, and I would have liked to have seen an old god in that, but, you know, overall, I think Cataclysm does get a bad rap for more of a bad rap than it should. But you know, to each their own. More on Suramar. Basically, the questline starts as Khadgar finds an object in Dalaran, and it's a distress signal from that from the leader in Shalaran, who is wanting to find allies against the Nightborn, at least their queen or Grand Magistrix. And there's a legendary that people were talking about. Basically, those that don't agree with her and the Legion are kicked out of the city and denied access to mana. And they start to wither rather quickly. And she knows that this will lead her people into ruin. I mean, the ones that don't agree are going to wither away and turn into those wretched creatures. And then the Legion, once they get what they want, I mean, they're going to have no need for these Nightborn. Once they've done what they set to accomplish, they're gone as well. I mean, the Legion does not have any use for them outside of just using them as a beachhead and using their night well, which is a miniature well of eternity, for a power source. Now, what I've gathered from that is Gul'dan has the body of Illidan. Illidan's soul is still out and about in the twisting nether, you know, as a demon now. His soul can't be destroyed or killed unless he's slain in the twisting nether. Now, and again, this is from data mining and unconfirmed, but from what I'm hearing and reading is Gul'dan wants to use Illidan's body to become a host and become the new avatar of Sargeras, which would be very bad. And I believe that's explained and dealt with in the Nightwell raid, or Nighthold. Let me see, what's it? The Nighthold, yeah. As you can see, Gul'dan there. Now, they've said Gul'dan will not be tested at all in the beta. They want that to be a surprise, lore-wise, so I'm expecting maybe a twist here or there in that raid. But yeah, Suramar will be the kind of main place you'll be a lot of the time. Once you hit max level, doing the quest line, there's a lot of rep gating, which I like. I mean, I think some of the times is Blizzard had caved in the past of giving people everything too quickly. I'm in favor of letting everyone experience content. That's why I've been a big, you know, supporter of Looking for Raid. Didn't like when they removed the tier sets from Looking for Raid. I believe they've added that back. You know, the people who do harder content get the better gear. I mean, I don't have a problem with that either. But I don't want them handing stuff out too quickly. And I felt that was just a problem in Warlords of Draenor. But you will have to do some, you know, rep grinding here. You'll have to do some quests. You know, and there's not a lot of breadcrumb quests here. You're gonna, you know, just find a quest giver, you know, in here or in here that you didn't know was on the map, and you're like, oh, there's a quest. But the two dungeons here are rep gated, and now I've heard, as of today, that they've been made mythic only dungeons. So once you unlock them, they're only going to be mythic level difficulty, which again I'm fine with. I think that's a neat concept. They're totally optional. You know, it's not going to stall the storyline and like, oh no, I have to do a mythic dungeon to continue the story. They said it's going to be an optional deal. So I think they've found a good balance here. Oh man, just look at that city. That is really good. Blizzard has really done very well this expansion. I think, so far from the beta. But there's also a Crimson Thicket over here, which is kind of your standard little foresty area and all that. I mean, the zone itself might not seem that big, but there is a lot to do here. It's bigger than you think. And I know there's a joke to be made there, but I will not partake. But I will try to make some more Legion videos, going over some of the other zones, maybe some of the dungeons. I'm not the best player trying to figure out Death Knights, or not Death, excuse me, Demon Hunters as they go through the round of tuning, which it seems like every patch they nerf Demon Hunters and kind of have to figure out a new way they're supposed to be played. I really like the momentum playstyle. It's really interesting. But I think that will do it for this video. I know this is only my second video. Probably don't have really any subscribers or viewers yet, but if you do have any suggestions or anything you'd like me to show or talk about here in the Legion beta, please just comment in the comment section, and I'll see what I can do about that. I really enjoy World of Warcraft. Try to talk about the lore some more. Like I said, my setup for recording and whatnot is kind of wonky at the moment. Probably will be for some time. If this takes off and I can get some of that YouTube money, can make some improvements. But yeah, I'm more than willing to do some suggested videos and kind of go into depth about the lore. It's a really rich lore expansion. So, I guess I will see y'all in the next video. Hope y'all have a good day, night, whatever, you're having. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.